All right, folks, strap in. We need to have a serious chat about the future of Genshin Impact. The rumor mill is spinning faster than an Anemo hypothesis, and the pieces are finally coming together for what might be the most ambitious update cycle we've seen since, well, maybe ever. We're talking versions 6.2 all the way through 6.8. Now, before we dive deep, you know the drill. None of this is officially confirmed by Hoyoverse. This is all high-level speculation, connecting data mine IDs, beta client clues, and the general chatter from reliable community sources. But when you step back and look at the whole picture, the trajectory is not just clear, it's absolutely electrifying. Buy 6,480 Genesis crystals with the 6.0 limited pack for only $79 at lootbar.gg. Returning users can also grab an extra coupon for up to 5% off. The link is in the description. All right, massive announcement time. To celebrate this awesome community and everything we just talked about, I'm feeling generous. Once this channel hits 1,000 subscribers, I'm going to be giving away 5 Welkin Moons to 5 lucky winners. That's 30 days of Primogems for each of you to save for your favorite characters. All you have to do to enter is 3 simple things. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, comment down below telling me which character you're most hyped for. That's it. The winners will be selected and announced in a community post once we hit that 1,000 milestone. So get liking, subscribing, and commenting. So let's kick this off with version 6.2, because this patch is shaping up to be the absolute cornerstone of the entire Luna era. From what we're seeing in the beta, 2 characters are locked in for testing, Durin and Jahoda. This basically confirms their arrival. Durin, especially, is a name that's been echoing since the early Dragonspine lore days, and he's finally stepping onto the battlefield. He's a pyro sword user, a 5-star, and his whole kit seems built around off-field pyro damage, and something Genshin has never truly given us: multi-elemental resistance reduction. Think about Xiangling's Piranado, but imagine it's a permanent part of his kit, constantly applying pyro while simultaneously shredding enemy resistance to Hydro, Pyro, and Anemo. The only thing that even comes close to this is the 4-piece Viridescent Veneerer set, and that's restricted to Anemo characters. If this survives the beta untouched, it could completely redefine how we build our teams for the next year. But here's the twist, and it's a controversial one. Part of Durin's power appears to scale with something we'll call Hexenzirkel synergy. Basically, he gets stronger when he's paired with specific characters linked to the Witch's Circle, like Mona, Klee, Albedo, or Venti. Lore-wise, this is a genius move. It fits his background perfectly. But from a gameplay perspective, it's splitting the community. Some players love the idea of faction-based bonuses, adding a new layer of strategy. Others absolutely hate the idea of being character-locked, feeling it limits the mix-and-match freedom that has always been Genshin's core. This would be a massive shift for the game, moving it closer to the organization-based buffs we see in a game like Zenless Zone Zero. Alongside Durin's debut, 6.2 is expected to have a first phase rerun for Xianyun, followed by a second phase with Kiori and Venti. And here's the spicy part. There's a very strong case for a Mondstadt Chronicled Wish banner this patch. Why? Because several classic Mondstadt characters, Mona, Klee, Albedo, are rumored to be getting small, in-kit tweaks, similar to what Zhongli got back in version 1.3. Historically, every time a region gets a balance pass like this, a Chronicled Wish banner follows. If this happens, 6.2 becomes a love letter to the OG Mondstadt fans. A Duran debut, a Venti rerun, and a Chronicled Wish for the veterans. It just fits. Moving into version 6.3, the focus pivots hard to Liu and the Lantern Rite Festival, which always brings a stacked roster of reruns. The headlining new character here should be none other than Columbina, the Damselette. She's a Fatui Harbinger, so you know the story is going to be explosive. As a Hydro support, her new info describes a universal 15% all-element resistance reduction. Let that sink in. That is massive. It means any team, not just your reaction-based Vape or Melt comps, would deal significantly more damage. She might be sharing the spotlight with the long-teased White Horse Adeptus, a mythical Liyue figure who could be introduced through the Lantern Rite storyline. This Adeptus is believed to be a Geo unit, acting as a thematic bridge between the old legends and this new Luna era. And of course, Lantern Rite always pairs its new character with 2 or 3 major reruns. Think Xiao or Hu Tao. So, we'll almost certainly see at least one of them return. For Liyue mains, 6.3 is looking like a beautiful festival of nostalgia, mixed with some serious power creep. Then we roll into version 6.4, and this is where the community is going to lose its collective mind. Why? Because Varka is finally stepping out of legend and into our party. For years, he's been the Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius, always away on an expedition. Now he's returning as a 5-star Anemo Claymore user. The rumors suggest he focuses purely on raw Anemo damage instead of complex reaction setups. Think of him as a frontline bruiser, the Claymore version of Xiao or Wanderer. The fan reaction when he briefly appeared in that Luna special program was insane. Broad shoulders, heavy armor. He's everything people have wanted from a mature male character model. Lore-wise, he's Razor's mentor, so his story could beautifully tie up the narrative around Mondstadt's next generation. The internal data mine order and most reliable leakers place him firmly in 6.4, though a few stragglers still say 6.5, so maybe keep your expectations just a little flexible. After the Varka explosion, version 6.5 is shaping up to be a calmer, more transitional patch. The early chatter mentions new 4-star characters like Iluga, who's supposedly non-hydro and non-cryo, to help balance out the recent element spam. We'll probably also get some minor events that expand the Luna narrative. Think of it as a breather, a chance to save your Primo gems, because the Hex and Zirkel storyline is about to ramp back up in a huge way. That's because version 6.6 is where the Witch Circle returns to the forefront with Nicole, another core member. Her presence might be what formalizes those faction-based gameplay bonuses we first saw hinted at with Durin's passive. Imagine running a full Witches' Tea Party team and gaining shared buffs just for having them all together. It's still speculative, but Hoyoverse loves these long-form synergy arcs. Nicole's debut could lock that in, not just for the story, but for the very mechanics of the game. And finally, we reach the grand finale of this arc, versions 6.7 to 6.8. This is where things get seriously intriguing. According to some of the most credible leaked channels, Sandrone, the marionette, is expected to become playable in the later part of this cycle. And she's not just any character, she's classified as a main focus unit. For anyone unfamiliar with that label, think Raiden Shogun or Nouvellette. These are the centerpiece characters that get the cinematic trailers, the massive marketing pushes, and have entire new mechanics built around them. That alone would make her one of the defining figures of the Natlan chapter. But the real headline, the one that has Geo mains on the edge of their seats, is her rumored reaction, Lunar Crystallize. Let's break that down. That name almost guarantees she's a Geo character, because Crystallize is unique to that element. And for Geo mains who've been starving for new mechanics, this is huge news. Right now, standard Crystallize creates weak shields. They're useful, but they can't compete with reactions that directly amplify damage. The idea that Lunar Crystallize could rework or evolve that entire system has fans both excited and nervous. The optimists are dreaming that it could turn those crystallized shards into damage sources or buffs for her automaton companion, Pulonia. Imagine converting shield fragments into pure offensive power. It would match her marionette theme perfectly. The pessimists, though, are worried it'll be another Nilu's Bloom situation. Incredibly powerful, but entirely self-contained, only benefiting Sandrone while all the older Geo units get left in the dust. Either way, it signals that Hoyoverse hasn't forgotten about Geo. They're experimenting again, and that alone is worth celebrating. Now, there is some debate about whether Sandrone can really be a main focus character with so many heavyweights like Columbina, Varka, and Nicole already in the pipeline. But let's be real, we've seen this before. Back in Fontaine, everyone assumed Farina would dominate the spotlight, yet Nouvellette shared the stage equally. It's not impossible for Hoyoverse to treat both Columbina and Sandrone as two contrasting pillars, the Hydro support versus the Geo Harbinger, emotion versus machine. Looking beyond that, version 6.8 will likely serve as a bridge to whatever comes after Nod Cry, wrapping up story threads while setting the stage for the monumental 7.0 update. Some expect a limited rerun festival, combining all the previous Luna-era units. Either way, the roadmap from 6.2 to 6.8 paints a crystal-clear direction. Hoyoverse is modernizing Genshin's combat. They're introducing deeper faction synergies, powerful multi-element resistance reduction, and experimental reactions that blur the line between support and damage dealer. So, to wrap it all up, over the next 6 versions, we're likely looking at Durin redefining Pyro support with his multi-resistance shred, Columbina rewriting how team-wide debuffs work, Varka finally giving us that raw Anemo Claymore DPS we've craved, Nicole expanding the Hexen Zircle faction system, and Sandrone potentially reviving the entire Geo element with Lunar Crystallize. That is an absolutely insane lineup. Even if half of it gets shifted around in the coming months, the overall direction is undeniable. Genshin Impact is moving toward more interconnected, lore-driven team design, rather than just releasing isolated, powerful kits. But I want to hear from you. What do you think? Do you believe Lunar Crystallize could actually be the long-awaited fix for Geo? Or will it end up being another self-contained gimmick? Are you already saving every single Primo Gem for Durin's debut? Or are you holding out for the long-awaited arrival of Varka? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments, because this entire roadmap feels like the calm before a monumental shakeup for Teyvat. If you want to keep up with all the latest updates, breakdowns, and deep dive analyses like this one, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell. The beta cycles are just getting started, and there's so much more to uncover. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Buy 6,480 Genesis crystals with the 6.0 limited pack for only $79 at lootbar.gg. Returning users can also grab an extra coupon for up to 5% off. The link is in the description.